everybody, and welcome back to Sharon Cullen Art. My name is Sharon, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing. And this box is the box that I've been waiting on. I am really in a quandary about what to, oh, it's wet, what to do first, because I'm doing Inktober sketches and I've got videos on those. Now I do have a video already set for day 2, which is tomorrow actually, but I already did it, and I thought, well, should I do this instead and then just combine 2 and 3 together? I might do that because this is really cool. Or should I post 2 videos on the same day? I don't know. So anyway, this is something that somebody had requested my opinion on. I had never heard of it, and I thought, I've got a light shining right in my eye, hang on a second. And I thought, oh, that's much better. I thought, well, shoot, I'm going to have to check into this. This is something called the Darcy Beck bag, and I sent Darcy Beck an email the day that DW020 had asked my opinion on it and requested a review on it. So I emailed him, and then last Friday he emailed me back, and it was like 1 a.m. on Friday morning, or something like that. But anyway, he emailed me back, and I had requested that if he would send me one of his bags for review. That I had just done the review on the Etcher Lab Art Satchel, which is kind of heavy for somebody with disabilities. So I requested this, and he was very happy to send it out to me. And I thank you, Darcy, for sending this out to me. It was very nice of him to do this. It is so lightweight. I can just hold it up with a couple fingers, and this is my bad hand. It is very, very lightweight compared to the art satchel, but this is going to be a different type of bag. That art satchel is meant for heavy duty plein air work and sketching and all sorts of stuff. This is more of an urban sketching style type bag for watercolorists and sketchers. So let's just open it up. I had requested the sage color, but he just happened to be out of that. He offers like 5 colors. He was out of sand and out of sage. So he sent me a gray one. Now the difference in size from the Etcher bag, I just gotta close it up here. I do have my tripod hanging off of it, but I'm just going to show you real quick the difference in the size of this bag. Now the Etcher Art Satchel is a nice heavy duty bag, and it's this big. I don't have much of anything in it, just my tripod right now. And then this is the Darcy Beck bag. So look at the difference in these 2 sizes. Dramatic difference. This is more, like I said, of an urban sketching bag. So I have some details here that I want to share with you on this bag. It is 3.5 inches deep by 10 inches wide by 11 inches high. It weighs 22 ounces, all empty, compared to 7.3 pounds for the Art Satchel by Etcher Lab. And again, I'm not bashing that bag. I'm just looking at this from a disability standpoint and how easy it would be to go ahead and work with this. Okay, this is take 3. I keep having issues. Diesel has never, ever chewed up anything of mine, ever. He's 9.5 years old, and he just chewed up my pen because I was recording. Look at that. And he chewed up one of my water brushes, and I caught him right in the middle of recording. So I'm going to try this again. Anyway, I wanted to tell you this bag is 3.5 inches wide deep by 10 inches wide by 11 inches tall. Much smaller than the Art Satchel bag. You can see the huge difference in the sizes. You can fit 2 of these. Now granted, that makes the Art Satchel great for larger books, bigger projects, that kind of thing. But again, you have to be able to handle the weight. Now I've got a lot of weight in this bag right now, and I can still pick it up with one finger. And that's good. For somebody with a disability like I have, that's good because pain is a huge issue. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you all of the little things that this bag does. First of all, it's got a latch underneath right here that latches this together so that your flap won't fly around. It'll stay down when you're not using it. When you are using it, well, we'll start on the outside. You have a pocket right here. This pocket can be used for other things. In fact, I have this little plate in here, but there's a bigger acrylic plate in here, which is what becomes your easel. Then you have this smaller acrylic plate with Velcro on both ends, on both sides. Now I have on the other side a full pocket. Now I've got my iPad Pro 10.5 inch here in here with the keyboard, which makes it even larger than that. So it's like a laptop almost. So I can keep that in there. I'm just going to take it out now just because I don't need it. And you can fit, you know, another bag in there. You've got a spot over here for a water bottle. I'm going to show you something with this real quick. When you're not using that portion of the bag, you can zip this shut. Excuse me, I'm shaking like crazy. I was just at the hospital and had this methacholine test to induce an asthma attack. I didn't have one, which is amazing. But they still gave me an albuterol treatment. So I'm like, but anyway, so you have this spot over here that you can lay flat because it's got a zipper. You pull it down and it becomes a water bottle pocket. And it'll fit a standard, what is it, 12, 16 ounce water bottle in there. But I'm just going to put this in, pretending my water is in it. And I can stick that down in there perfectly. And I'll be able to use it to dip my brushes into. Now, onto the inside pockets, you've got a zipper going across the top, right here in the center. And that's where I've got most of my supplies. I have my sketchbook. That's a 5 by 8.5. And then there are two pockets on the inside, or one pocket on the, no, two pockets on the inside, one behind the other, and then the larger area. Now in here then I've got this, and I've got my watercolor palette that I made, along with some magnetic clips, and I'll show you what I'm going to do in a minute. This, however, comes with the bag, and it will hold your pens, your pencils. This is my chewed up favorite water brush as far as those go. He chewed this portion. It doesn't want to click very easily. Luckily, it's not leaking, so hopefully it'll still work. But anyway, I've got pens in here. You've got a separate pen slot here. You've got a larger area here for more. You've got a deep pocket up on the front and another deep pocket on the back that you have. You can put your brushes in. This brush, my silver black velvet brush, is a little tall, but I had it in the bag and I forgot, and I was getting a little rough with the bag, and it still held my brush okay. On the back of this pen case is another Velcro strap. So what you do with this, now I'm going to set up my camera so that I can stand up. Okay, so I'm going to move way back in my room here. I've got everything back in my bag, and we're going to see how long it takes me to get set up. Okay, I'm going to put my strap on. Oh, before I do this, on this strap, one side has Velcro on it and the other does not. So when you put your little clips on, just make sure the portion of the strap that you're using, if you're right-handed, you want this on, you want the Velcro on the left side of the bag, facing outward, left side. And for me, I'm left-handed, so I want the Velcro on my right side, like this. Now, so I get to where I'm going, and I've got my bag. Let me see if I can aim this down a little bit more. And you don't need to see my head so much. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my strap. I'm going to unclip my bag here. And I'm going to take this Velcro, doesn't matter which side you choose, and I'm going to stick that on my bag, just like that. Then I let it go. Now I'm going to grab my book, my paints. Oh, I'm going to grab my bag of brushes and everything else, and I'm going to put those on here on my Velcro strap, just like that. Then I've got my book. Now I want my paints. They're still in here. Let me grab them. And I've got these two little magnetic clips, and I'm just going to clip them to the front. This is just something I do that I like, because then I can clip my watercolor palette on there. If you have a metal palette, not aluminum, but a metal one. And I can either do it this way or I can do it this way. Probably would do it this way with my mixing tray facing down. And then I can open my book and grab my pencil, and I am ready to go. Just like that. And now I can go ahead and do my sketching, anything I want to do. I don't even have to hold on. See? Not holding on, and it's working just fine. I just got to figure out, oh, I should probably zip this shut, and that'll make it more sturdy. Yeah, it brings it up a little bit, just like that. And I think depending on where I put this plate, if I bring it right up to the top, it'll probably sit up a little bit higher. Just depends on how I have it set up. He showed it right and straight in front of him, like this. So if I set it up straight in front of me like this, then I'm done drawing and I want to go ahead and start painting. So I'm going to grab a brush. I got to readjust my strap though, that's wrong. And I'm going to dip right into my water here, and I'm going to go ahead and start my painting. And it is very comfortable, very comfortable. I feel like I have no weight on it all. It is so comfortable to use. And then when I'm all done, just put this stuff away. Close up my book, unzip my pouch here, put my book in one pocket. I can get it in there. Here we go. Then take off my pencil, put that away. Take off my things. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to show you while I've got this set up. When I'm using brushes, there are a few elastic straps at the top here that you can take your brushes and stick them in here, and they will stay put for you. But let me get a smaller palette, and I'm going to show you what you can do with it. Okay, I have a wide palette in here right now. This is a Van Gogh palette, I believe, and it is pretty wide. And this strap just holds your mixing tray down, and your watercolors will just stay there. There's nothing underneath holding it. Oh, I do have those magnetic clips. You could put, I don't think I need them though. There. You know, if you put a clip under there, there is more support. Otherwise, it's going to hang a little bit. But I'm just going to put them back on. I want to show you a smaller one too. A lot of people like to use the St. Petersburg paints. So let me take this one off without flinging it across the room. And grab my St. Petersburg paints. This is a small 12 color palette, which is great for painting out in the field. So I can take that palette too. I can put it either way. I can put it paints down, or I think it's better with the mixing tray holding it, because that way you don't have your paints covered. But there, I've got it on here, no problem. And I can still use my tray to sketch and do whatever I need to do. But I do like having the metal one, the skinnier one out there. He had a small palette. I'm trying to think of what it was. I can't remember. But using my palette, my little handy dandy one, I just made it out of a 6 pencil Mars Lumograph tin. And have, I think, 14 colors in it right now, or 15. Right now I have 14 in because I just lost a half pan on the floor somewhere. But I do like just letting it fly like this. I think that's really great. And I can use the other things for brushes because there's 2 skinnier ones on the end. So I'm all done now, and I'm packing up to go. And we can go ahead now and just time how long it's going to take me to put everything away without rushing, and then just leave. So we'll start now. Put away my book. Whoops, just got paint all over myself if it was wet. Put my paints away. I'm going to take my clips, put them away, put my brush away. Put them in there. Put the cap on my water, which I don't have with me, but that's all right. And close this up. I'm going to take this off. Put that in my front flap. Zip it closed. And I will clip this shut because it's a windy day. There. And I am all set. How long did that take? I was on 50. It was under 1 minute. Probably about 45 seconds. So that was really easy. Now, the other thing he says is that when you're out in a crowd, if you're doing urban sketching and you're out in a crowd and you've got your self all set up and you don't want to tear it down, he says he can move around in a crowd. No problem. All set up. So if I take my board here and I set myself up and I've got my sketching stuff out, I can just walk through a crowd. I'm not going to pull everything out, but I can just walk through a crowd, no problem. Just close my book, maybe stick it under here, walk through the crowd. I find a new building or something I want to sketch. I have no problem. He says you just move it over to the side a little bit, just kind of hold on to it so that people don't run into it, and you're fine. Then when you're ready to start up again, you swing it over to the front and you're ready to go. This is the Darcy Beck Original Field Easel Bag. You can purchase it at darcybeckartist.com. You can also reach him by, I think his email was darcybeck@yahoo.com. I'll put it all in the description box below if you're interested. To me, this was very much worth the money. I didn't, he was generous enough to give me one for review. This just goes to show how sure he is about his product. It stands on its own. There's really nothing I need to say negatively about it. When I first saw it, I thought my negative was going to be the way the water bottle was situated, because I had the bag on my side like this, and I thought, how am I going to reach the water when it's way behind me? Well, you bring it over to the front. For me, as a lefty, it's actually to my advantage. It's on the left-hand side. Now, if you're a righty, there is something over on this side. Oh, no, that's just pen pockets. There's more pen pockets on this side. But I think you could maneuver it somehow. You could put it in the back pocket and raise it up so that you can use it or something. I don't know. You could figure it out. But this is an awesome little bag. It's great for urban sketching, great for going out and doing some plein air painting if you're doing it in a small book and not on huge sheets of watercolor paper. I was wondering if I could do it, put a big book on here. Let me check that out. I just went and grabbed my big book. I've still got this set up, and if I want to use a big book, it'd be better if you had a wire-bound book like the Pentelic's field book, because you can flip it back. This one might be a little cumbersome, although I can do it. I can do it. Definitely can. I would probably need my hand, though, to support it. But if, excuse me one second. If I grab a watercolor field book here. Oops, that's not it. It's a different company. This is their 9x12 book. Pretty big book. You're not going to be able to fit it in the bag. You'd have to carry it, but that's not that big of a deal. I can use this. no problem. Put this in front of me, no problem. Just flip it over and I'm ready to sketch. I got my hand totally rested on here and it's sturdy. It stays up. It's not going anywhere. And then when you're all done, if you get back to your place, your home, or wherever you're staying, and you still got watercoloring to do, you just leave this off if you want to sit down, and take this off this way, and you just set it up. Pretend my water's not in there. You just set it up on your lap. You've got that hard surface that becomes your tabletop, and then you're all set to go. So it's a great, great product, I think. I think this is a terrific product. If I was going to say one or the other for a person with disabilities, I would have to say that this bag is the way to go. It is so lightweight, even fully loaded. Granted, I don't have my water in here, but this only holds about 4 ounces of water. So, you know, maybe 6, but I don't fill it to the top. So what's that? That's going to add 4 ounces onto your weight. So this is the most awesome little thing, and I cannot wait. I just want to thank you, Darcy Beck, for giving me the opportunity to review this bag. I will do a review out in the field when I get a chance to go out and do a little bit of painting, or get up north to my house and get out and do a little bit of painting. 85 bucks for this one versus 250 something for the other one. So the other one is worth that money because it does so much. It really does. Now, granted, I didn't have to pay that, but if you want something really heavy duty and waterproof, then that's the bag you're going to want. This one's lighter weight, water resistant, and it is a terrific little gadget. He invented something really cool with the Velcro thing. I was worried that it wasn't going to be supportive enough, but I had the weight of my arm sitting on top of the bag like this, and it held all of it up just fine. And I'm not a light person. This is a terrific little bag, and I am so excited to work outside with it. But I just want to thank you, Darcy Beck, for sending me this bag for review. It's a terrific product, really terrific product. So those of you who subscribe to me who are disabled or who are dealing with chronic pain and other illnesses, if you need a bag, this is the one to try. It is so wonderful. I am so happy to be able to review it. So when I get out and paint, I will do the part 2, but that won't be for a little while. So I just wanted to show you guys. I know it's Inktober and we've got that going on, but I had to show you this bag. So DW020, person who requested that I, for my opinion on this bag, it's worth it. So if you're thinking of getting it, go ahead and get it. You're going to love it. I'm loving it. And I love the gray color too. I was going to get the sage color, but he was out and he said he was sending me gray, and I really like the gray. Obviously, I've got another gray bag down there. And this one is water resistant and this one is not. So I would have to spray this with Camp Dry. This is a heavier bag than this one. The canvas is a little thicker. It's a different style of material, and it's got a lining inside, and it's got all sorts of extra pockets. This is great for traveling and taking extra things along. This is a great bag for out in the field too, but then you have to have something to paint on. I usually took an MDF panel and sat it on my lap, but now I don't have to. With this, I've got it all here, half the weight, and I am ready to go. One last thing I wanted to say about Darcy Beck. He is a member of the Tacoma Urban Sketchers. All of his bags are made in the USA. They're made in Washington State, I believe he said, which would make sense if he's part of Tacoma's Urban Sketchers. That's in Washington. So he's got his website at darcybeckartist.com. You can also reach him at darcybeck@yahoo.com. He's got 2 phone numbers listed. I'm not going to put them on YouTube though. And it says that he's an urban sketcher, travel journal artist, teacher. He teaches travel journaling. watercolor painter, stone carver, and Field Easel Art Bag designer. So he designed this bag himself. So it says here that this is an attractive slim bag, lightweight and durable, water resistant and washable. It is washable. Padded interior pocket, water bottle holder, separate pencil holder, hidden secure cover latch, functional lap table, and easel, quick easy setup. And it is easy. So enjoy, everyone. I hope you get this bag. Tell me if you get it, tell me how you like it, because I'm sold. I am sold, and I haven't even gotten outside to use it. I might just stand in here and try to use it a little bit tomorrow. So maybe while I'm doing my Inktober sketch, who knows? So everybody, remember, be courageous, paint with wild abandon, and most of all, be kind to each other. Take care. Oh, Diesel, you're driving me nuts today.